All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Day 6. We're on day 6. Welcome back to Meet Your Mate in a Month. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited that somebody is going to find their mate after all this time. You're going to discover, boom, they're right there. So I'm excited about it today. Day 6. Our objective is to write down your relationship requirements. So let's talk about this for a minute. Your relationship requirements are important, and I'll tell you why. One of the reasons your relationship requirements are important is because you have to know if you are on the right track with the right person. Okay? Requirements. What 5 things do you absolutely need in a relationship? Tell me your 5 things, and I want you to write it down. 5 requirements of a relationship. So if you're at a certain age in your life and time in your life, maybe your requirement is someone who loves kids or somebody who wants kids, right? There's no need in dating someone who wants kids if you don't want kids. Or if you don't want kids, they've got a bunch of kids, right? There's no need in going any further because this is a relationship requirement for you. If you want kids, or let's say you don't want kids and they've got a bunch of kids, say, you know what? It was really nice meeting you. I'm sorry, but this is not a match. And you move on with your life. Okay? How about this? Are they able to sustain a monogamous relationship? Guess what? Once upon a time, you didn't have to ask this question, right? But nowadays, you have to ask. Are you okay with sharing a mate? Now, I suppose that most of you probably aren't, but there are some people who are okay with it, and there are some people who have that in mind. So, requirements. Maybe your requirement is that I be the only person you see. Maybe your relationship requirement is me. That's it. Me, uno, and no more. No más. Okay? Maybe that's it. How about this one? A relationship requirement may be about sex and the relationship. Maybe you're a person that has to say, hey, I know who I am, and I know that, let's say, I'm a person who is not going to have sex before marriage. If that's a requirement, boom, state it. Put it down. I want you to write it down. Maybe your requirement is, hey, I'm not wasting time with somebody who ends up not being right for me. We're going to get the sex out of the way to figure out if we're compatible up front, right? Then, boom, write that down. So what I want you to do is not be ashamed to write down whatever it is you want. Why? Because this is your relationship requirement. All right? This is your relationship requirement. How about being financially responsible? Somebody who's serious about finances, maybe that's something that's a requirement for you. Somebody who who has a good credit score, which means they pay their bills on time. Maybe a good requirement is somebody who's like, you got to feel something, right? There's got to be chemistry. Maybe you got to have the person has to have a great sense of humor. Maybe the person has to have a great religious belief system that they're committed to. Maybe this person has to have a certain amount of time with you. open communication with you. Maybe, look, I know a guy who says, I won't date a woman who won't exercise, right? So if he pulls up to the place and meets somebody who doesn't want to exercise, guess what? They don't meet the requirements, and it's best for him to push off rather than trying to make somebody be something that they are not. All right. So in your journal right now, write down your relationship requirements.